the design of excellence and quality from no other than the V&A Museum in London. Put it together for Lynn.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, Lynn, have you got anything else that you would like to say before we move on?
Well, I would just like to say thank you. This was quite a surprise for me because even though I'm an extrovert, I'm very withdrawn. I don't like to show my qualities too much. I like to show it when I need to show it. So everything is more or less hidden. But to be recognized for this award is quite an achievement. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome. Now you've got a sidekick. You've got a sidekick that's sitting there.
Yes.
I'd like you to bring her on stage so that we can let her know that she's also an award winner. Come on, let's go.
Come on, Miss Lena. Lena Bond. And here you are, my darling. Here you are.
I don't really like speaking in mics, trust me.
You wanted to leave early, didn't you?
Yes,
because
I
you've got to
did.
go and deal with your grandson.
Yes.
And I told you, no, you've got to stay and watch and see Lynn get her award. What I did not tell you is that we are awarding you also tonight.
What for?
What for? Lynn, would you come and tell them what she does? Come here.
I'm sort of like, okay.
How many young people have you trained to dance and sent into dance competitions across the world? And they have won accolades for what you have taught them. You are just not an ordinary person. You are a specialist person. You may be shy, but we're going to expose your shyness.
Yes, definitely. She is shy, but not really, really shy. She's shy for
I'm not
audience.
shy. You know the song Shy Shy?
Shy, yes.
Hey?
Yes,
That's
lady.
me.
Yesterday we did a fashion show, and Lena was the person who was in charge for the little kids, and she was so good. You should have seen her there doing her street dance, and I thought, what? That's so good.
I was trying.
Yeah.
Trust me, I'm 72 years old. And the back hurts, the leg hurts, head hurts, you know, so, but I carry on. I'm still teaching right now, by the way.
Now, I haven't told them what your name is. Not that I don't know, but you're going to tell them yourself. Come on.
Lena Barnes.
Again. And that's a name that is known for excellence here in Milton Keynes. And when I say excellence, I really do mean excellence. The young ladies that are coming through, they choose to work with her because they know that she is going places. Lynn.
Oh, they're going places. My places are done.
Lynn, and for that reason, we have chosen to give you the award for excellence
Oh, thank you.
here in Milton Keynes. And I hope that you are happy to receive this award.
I'm shocked because I don't think, you know, that I've done all that. I've been in Milton Keynes now for 47 years, and I have seen quite a lot of kids grown up, and they've done shows and competitions and whatever, you know, but I just love working with kids. That's about it. It keeps me young.
Buddy. But the award is yours.
Thank you.
And you will be getting a glass award from the young lady that won the Excellence Award from the V&A Museum in London.
Oh, wow.
They did not allow her to get into the CLIN this week or last week, but they said that she can get in next week.
Superb.
Today you will get your certificate, and everyone else, like yourself, is going to get their specially made, blast furnished award from this young lady that the V&A thinks it's a talent to be reckoned with. And you will see her picture and you will see her story around the building here. Give it up.
Thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate this.
This
Oh, super.
is your certificate of this award.
Thank you so much. Hey, I can pose now. I'm not shy. Woo! Go, girl.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, while we were in lockdown 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, in 2019, a young lady was in preparation for a creative career in writing. And she's here tonight. And she's here with her husband. And she wrote a book that is out there in the hallway, published. And the book is called Ladies in the Lockdown. Veronica, would you please come here? Keep it going until she gets up here. Veronica, I know you weren't expecting this. She came here thinking that she was coming to help me make you happy with the serving of the food and everything that has been done here tonight. But tonight, it's all about the surprise. And it's all about the gratitude being shown. And tonight, you will receive an award of excellence from the Black History exhibition and from the Milton Keynes Museum. And this is for your work to community, for your untiring work for community. Now, I know that you're surprised. I'll hand the mic over to you. And would you tell us a little bit about what you have done?
Right. Good evening, everyone. So I'm Veronica Eubanks, and that's my husband at the back there in the hat. There's Al. He's looking. And I'm not going to lie, I am surprised. I didn't have an inkling that this was going to happen tonight. And just a minor correction, the book is called Life in a Lockdown 2020, Behind Closed Doors. I am not the author, I'm the instigator of the book. So I got the ladies together, 22 ladies, to write the book. But the book, the lady whose name is on the front of the cover, the ladies belong to her group. So she has the title, her name on the front of the book, and I'm chapter 1 in it. But I've also self-published my own book last year around fibroids and hysterectomy, one of those taboo subjects that we don't talk about, but we need to. I'm also the instigator and organizer of the very first Fibroids and Hysterectomy Conference, which took place in Milton Keynes in April just gone. And it's going to happen again next year, March, in the same place, same venue. And I'm just privileged to be here tonight, to be helping on the refreshments and just helping out as I do. So thank you.
This is what we like to do, and this is the way we like to do it. We don't want to telegraph our intentions. We want to make our intentions become realities. And Veronica, tonight, you are our recipient. And this is your certificate. And the actual bust will be presented to you as soon as it comes out of the clin. This woman has been an achiever that has created this particular article. And this will be the article that we will be presenting year after year after year. Why? Because it was an article of excellence and because it was done by a sister from our community. Thank you, Veronica. Today is a very, very special day, apart from it being our awards day. And we have a very special lady in the audience. She doesn't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do it, and I hope that she is very pleasantly surprised. Sharon Parry, would you come up here, please? Keep it going. Baby, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. Do you know who this woman is? If you don't, I'll tell you without reservation. First of all, I'd like you to know that today is her birthday. And we're going to sing the old-fashioned version of Happy Birthday to her. And before we do that, I'd like you to know that this version that we are going to sing was written by two black women who were school teachers. And every time this version is sung anywhere around the world, they earn money from the royalties to this song and to this tribute. And they were two school teachers from the United States. I give you the job of looking it up and finding it out. I'm not going to make it easy for you by telling you who they are. But they are black women who are achievers, and they left their mark. And every time we have a birthday, their song is sung. And the words are very easy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sharon. Happy birthday to you. Let's try it together. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Sharon. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Sharon happened to come from a family who put up the seed money to finance a play and a musical that went around the world, created by a number of black Britons, and one of them we will hear from in a minute. And that musical was Black Heroes in the Hall of Fame. Do you know it? And were it not for her parents' money, it would not have gotten off the ground. And the wonderful thing about it also is that the guy who put it together, by the name of Flip Fraser, it's his birthday also today. Sharon, we are giving you this award tonight because of your untiring devotion to the cast and to the family of black heroes in the Hall of Fame. Many of you saw that when it was being aired across the United Kingdom. And I got a call one day from Conk Prince Miller. And he was in Desmond's, and he is an icon amongst us. And Conk Prince says, Orman, Flip is looking for someone to play Dr. King. And I told him about you. And he said he wants to meet you. I went to the Dog Star and I met Flip Fraser. And he asked me, do you know his speech? I said, why do you think I'm here? I was there for my good looks too, but you know. So I said to Flip, he said, say something. And he took another look at me. He says, by God, you look like him. That was then. I was much younger then. And I started out, and immediately Flip says, you are him. And I got the role of Black Heroes in the Hall of Fame and was there for a number of years, I think about 4, 5, 6 years with this wonderful cast of blacks that wanted to tell our story in the way that our story should be told. Put your hands together. Black Heroes in the Hall of Fame. Sharon, it gives me the greatest of all pleasures to award you and your family this certificate of excellence on behalf of the Black History Museum here in Milton Keynes, on behalf of the Black History Fellowship worldwide. It's well deserved. And hadn't your parents put the money behind this project, it would not have lasted the years that this has lasted. We've got some people here tonight who belong to the cast, and I will introduce some of them to you tonight. And one of them happens to be telling me, put the mic up to your face, baby, put the mic up to your face. Momo Watts. And Momo Watts has a history too. But Sharon, did I give you your certificate? Not yet. Forgetfulness. There it is, Sharon. And you will be getting this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful glass-fired V&A authorized and V&A subscribed to from this beautiful designer who has designed it and has etched her name in history. And I would not like to see any other award being considered to be given at any function unless you check this woman out and find out what she's able to do for you and for our community in terms of the award. Ladies and gentlemen, Sharon Perry. There's a young man sitting over here to my right, and I am going to call him. His name is J.D. Douglas. J.D., would you please come here? Can we have another mic, please? Yeah. Flip Fraser conceptualized the play Black Heroes in the Hall of Fame. But without this man, it would not have happened. Put your hands together for Mr. J.D. Douglas, the scriptwriter for Black Heroes in the Hall of Fame.
Once I've taken my hat off, You know I mean business.
And you know I'm going to limit you to time. Okay, good.
I have
Let's
got
go.
3.5 minutes.
Good.
That's all I need. This exhibition today tells of our existence in this country. We are celebrating 75 years of Windrush. Windrush is a coin with two sides. The 75 years is the tails. The head of this coin goes like this. The first recorded black man in this country, was a trumpeter called John Blank. In 1507, he played at the court of Henry VII and then Henry VIII. We know he exists because in the tournament of 1511, we can see him wearing a turban. When Catherine of Aragon gave birth to her son, he played there as well. That was the recording of the first black man in this country. Elizabeth I, there's the painting of the 1517s when she's surrounded by 10 black musicians. That painting you can see in Kenilworth House. We were here before Windrush. In 1562, John Hawkins, with the assistance of Elizabeth I, started the slave trade on Britain. He went to the coast of Guinea and he captured 300 Africans. He took them to Tortola, to Hispaniola, and he sold them for 10,000 pounds. And in that he got pearls, hide, sugar, and ginger. The slave trade in this country started at the behest of Queen Elizabeth I. In 1562, Hawkins started the slave trade. It would go until 1807 when the slave trade was abolished. And then in 1834, slavery was abolished, but there was an apprenticeship for 4 more years. Queen Elizabeth I had black slaves. It was fashionable at the time that people had black servants, and we know that for a fact because there's a book called Hogarth's Blacks, where you can see the blacks in those pictures. And here is the thing. The darker the child, the more prestigious. So black has always been beautiful in their homes. Don't forget that. In 1596, Elizabeth I issued a proclamation to the mayor of London saying there were too many blackamoors in London. They should be deported. And again, in 1601, the request was made. It didn't happen. Why? Because black people were the heart and the foundation of this country for centuries. Don't forget that. And now I would like to recite to you, if I can find it, a poem called I Came Before Windrush. And I first performed this poem on the 18th of September. It'll take me no more than 2 minutes, Orman. It goes like this. I, a trumpeter, sole black musician in London, the year 1507, I learned to play by ear. I was employed in the court of Henry VII and Henry VIII. I was paid 8 pence a day. I petitioned and doubled my pay. I earned 16 pence a day. History records me at the 15th, 11th Westminster tournament. Grey horse, black harness, wearing a black turban, I played for the birth of the son of Catherine of Aragon. I am John Blank. I came before Windrush. 2, my grandfather was an African slave. My father, a Kittitian slave. I was born black and free in Chatham Medway Estuary. I led the Chartist movement of 1833. The Times called me the black man and his army. I asked for no mercy. I asked no pity. You have no right to sentence me. In the court of hindsight, I am guilty of no crime. I am William Kofi. I came before Windrush. 3 more. I was born quasi, a Comoranti slave in Jamaica. I arrived in England aged 10, schooled in Yorkshire. I lived in Lichfield, Staffordshire, with Samuel Johnson. Did you hear? I, head researcher of the Dictionary of the English Language. I inherited his books, his gold watch. I came before Windrush. 2 more. I am a composer of minuet and polka dances, a man of letters who learned to read and write, a man who fought for the black man's rights, a black abolitionist, spoke against racists. I started my own tobacconist in Fair Mayfair, catered for royalty, excuse my brevity, exercised in 1774 and 1780 my right to vote, the first black man in this country to do so. I put up my hands like so. I am Ignatius Sancho. I came before Windrush. Captured age 13 on the Gold Coast, enslaved in Grenada, sounds of master's whip, rattled chains, cries of slave ships, 2 years of dreadful captivity, sufferer of misery and captivity, brought to England, man I free, the year 1772, christened St. James's Church, Piccadilly, wrote books, thoughts and sentiments on the evil of slavery, bombarded Parliament on human cargo, deaf as I hear no embargo, I am river, passage, spirit, and vision of birds. I am Cubano Autoban. I came before Windrush. They came before Windrush. You came before Windrush. We were here before Windrush. Amanda.
Thank you. Thank you, JD. And JD, you know that the designer of this award decided that she wants to meet with you and give you the award personally. And she cautioned me, do not give him the certificate. I want to give him the award myself. Thank you.
I want to say this man deserves a round of applause. I want to hear it for this man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Final word. It is in the African tradition to welcome our guest. And today, all the way from the Caribbean, from the island of St. Lucia, there's a lady called Matrin Emmanuel. She's the hottest director on the planet at the moment. Her film, Chantel World, is being sold out all across London. Give a round of applause.
Now, I need to move on very quickly to my next award. Deirdre, would you please come here? This is the woman that blew my mind and blew my ears off when I heard her. Etta James, eat your heart out, because this woman played Aretha Franklin in black heroes in the Hall of Fame. And I realized then that Arita had a rival because Deidre had arrived. And Deidre disappeared for a while because she went down to the Caribbean and was doing cruise ships. She is a phenomenon down there. And Deidre, you did not know that you were going to be getting this award. But the creator of the objects of the award made the same request about you as she made about JD. And she wants to meet you personally and to give you the award personally. And it's an award for excellence. And you are not just a singer. You are an awesome singer.
Thank you very much. First of all, I'd like to thank the Lord Jesus. We have to. And especially because I'm here today. I'm alive. I'm kicking. Because 2 years ago, I had a stroke. But I'm here today. See, I'm alive. So it can happen. We have to say thank you. Thank you for bringing me here. Thanks to Orman for remembering me. After I had the stroke, I couldn't sing. I can't. Right now, it's temporarily out of order. But nevertheless, I felt that people had forgotten me, and I was out of there. But I realized coming back to England, people remember me. Thank you. And thanks to Orman for this award. I can't remember much, but what I'm saying is that I'm here. There are many awards I've received. This is another one to my commendation. My island gave me the top honor in St. Lucia. And I've done so much for other people. I always love to work with the young. I want to continue, so I'm trying hard to get that voice back. So those of you who remember me, I've got many albums out there. Keep remembering me. I'm here, and I'm ready to go. Thank you very much. Thank you, Orman.
Deidre, you're going to have to let me know your availability so that this young lady can hook up with you to give you that. And she's creating something really special for you because she came to see black heroes back in the days, and she saw you, and she was glad to know that it was her design that you would be getting. So let me know. We're going to move on, and I'm going to call a very good friend of mine, Mr. Winston Francis, but not to give him an award. I'm going to call him to introduce the person to whom I will be giving the next award. Would you give Vincent a mic, please?
Thank you so much. I'm here, but I don't know what I'm going to do. So let me ask Orman, what am I going to do?
Shall I tell him? What you're going to do is to introduce one of the most important voices that brought music to the United Kingdom.
Well, in that case, you can only be talking about one man.
Who's that?
Jimmy James.
That's the man.
Got
How
to
do
be
you know
Jimmy
that?
James. Well, for you to say that the man who brought music to the United Kingdom, you can only be talking about the great Jimmy James and the Vagabonds.
I am talking about Jimmy James and the Vagabonds.
And he came a long time, because in the audience tonight is his daughter and grandchild. So, you know, he's been here for a long time.
Wife.
And his wife. Yeah, but I didn't mention his wife. I'm talking about his daughter and grandchild. So, but if you don't mind, let me tell you quickly about this guy. Jimmy James started singing in Jamaica as a young man, and he started a group called the Vagabonds. Now, when the Vagabonds came to England, there was no such thing as black music, no such thing as reggae music. And this man and his group started singing in the West End and started touring all of England. And because of him, all black artists today can go into hotels, they can get a room and not told we only accept whites, no blacks, no Irish, no dogs. So Jimmy was one of the forerunners of that to make us, like myself, come to England and can walk into a hotel and don't have to hold your head down. So, ladies and gentlemen, his wife is here, Paula, and his granddaughter and his grandson. So his daughter and grandson. So please give them all a big round of applause.
Winston, it is said that a lot of the white rock groups, like the Rolling Stones,
They
and
all
the rest
started
of them.
because of Jimmy. All started because
Tell
of
us a
Jimmy.
little bit about that.
Well, when Jimmy started in England and started playing in the West End and in the Midlands, a lot of the groups like, the Rolling Stones, Jimi Hendrix, all these guys used to go into the West End and listen to the Vagabonds. And one of the reasons why the Vagabonds were so popular, they had a little Chinese guy called Philip James, not Philip Chen. Believe it or not, this was a Chinese guy from Jamaica who didn't know he was a Chinese man. Because if you approach him and you say, where you come from? He'll tell you the most wicked bad word you can ever think of. And he didn't believe that he was Chinese, because if you said, the China guy, he said, who you call Chinese? What a chop up your... That was Philip. But because of the Vagabonds, you had guys like Rico Rodriguez. I don't know if you've heard of him. He was one of the greatest trombone players to ever play in England. And it was because of this guy, Rico Rodriguez, and because of Jimmy James, that the Beatles started growing their hair long, because this white guy, a Jamaican white guy, growing dreadlocks, Europeans thought it was his natural hair, just growing it long. They didn't realize that it was his religion. He was a Rastafarian. And that's the reason why he grew his hair long. So the Beatles came and saw this guy playing, in the Candlebox and, the big jazz clubs in London, and started growing their hair long. And they called it a style, the Beatles style. But it was because of Rico Rodriguez and Jimmy James and the Vagabonds. So all of us have got to give thanks to these guys, because they were the ones who started it all.
For those that may not know some of Jimmy's hit songs out there, some of them look pretty young. Most of them, especially the females, look very pretty. Could you tell them a little bit of the hits that Jimmy had? And then we will do that presentation.
Should I ask Paula to mention some of the songs, because she's here? Mrs. James, would you stand up for us? This is Mrs. Paula James, Jimmy's wife.
Well, of course, the ones that he had at home is famous, Come to Me Softly.
Come to Me Softly is one of the really big ones for Jimmy.
His hits here, he had I'll Go Where Your Music Takes Me.
We all know that one. I'll Go Where the Music Takes Me.
You're putting me on the spot here.
Don't worry about it.
Now is the time. Yeah.
Big ones. Big hits. Thanks, Paula. Some really, really big hits in the late 60s, 70s. The Vagabonds.